All right, Shalom. Shalom. This is your brother Issachar coming back at you. One another lesson. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, all honor and glory to Yahweh, Yah Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Yah Hashem, Wakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect and the 144,000 scattered across the four corners of the earth. Shalom to you. All right, and this is gonna be a part two. This is gonna be a part two in the the history of the Dark Ages. All right, when us Hebrew Israelites ruled, over there in Europe, Russia. Okay, we ruled in Russia all the way to the late 1800s. All right, you can look up Russia icons to see our history. Okay, this is why in Job 9:24, this is the earth is given to the hand of wicked. So you may say, well, how come we didn't know this information before? Well, because these elites that are ruling this world right now, starting with the Rothschilds, Rockefellers. The DuPonts, the Gettys, they're called, they are the Edomites. The self-proclaimed white man, they covered it. Okay, they covered our history. So this is why now a lot of people there's a great awakening happening right now. And the prophets are just, breaking down the word to you guys the right way so you guys can get, you guys can truly understand what's going on out there. It's just, you guys can get the correct message of what is the truth, and what is going on, because once this society is about to be shut down, which is very soon, that's it. You're pretty much, whatever knowledge that you've learned, whatever relationship you establish with the Lord, Yahweh Shai, that's it. Okay. That's it, because there's a lot of lies going on out there. Just look at how many religions are out there. False churches, false pastors, false preachers, especially the Vatican. Right, they're very wicked, and that's 100%. We're not just out just guessing like, oh, they seem to be bad, sorta. No, they're no good at all. This is what you gotta understand this. All right, so continue on. Let's get it. Revelation chapter 20 verse 3. And cast them into the bottomless pit. Yeah, Yahweh Shai, through the spirit and power Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, and us Israelites, all right, we pushed those Edomites when they were ruling in the the Roman Empire, the ancient Roman Empire. We pushed them into those caves in the Caucasus Mountains, which is located in Georgia, Russia, for a year span of about 1,000 years, and shut them up. And shut him up and set a seal upon him that he should deceive the nations no more. Yeah, because that's why they're called devils, because it's this devils means deceivers, false accusers. See? Till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled. Right. Okay, because they went into those caves. All right, they went into those caves. The late 400 A.D. Which was 476 A.D. is when the ancient Roman Empire completely fell. Okay, when it fell, 476 A.D. All right, and so they were in those caves. All right, from right there, and then they came back. 1400 AD. The late 1300s. 1400 AD. So it's about 900 to 1,000 years, right there. And that's when the Edomites came out of those caves, the self-proclaimed white man, the Caucasus Mountains, and that's why it's called the Renaissance era, because it's the rebirth, meaning because the same Edomites, they've never been done away with. Because there's some Christians out there and Catholics that say that, and some people out there that study the Bible. I heard nonsense out there that people say that the Edomites they already been done away with. That's false and incorrect. The Rothschilds, those are Edomites. Donald Trump, he's an Edomite. Biden, that's an Edomite. The Edomites are still here. Just so you can understand. All right? Just so you can understand. And after, we read that again, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled. Okay? And after that, he must be loosed a little season. Right. Because after the 1,000 years that they spent in those caves in the Caucasus Mountains, which was located in Georgia, Russia, all right, they what happened to them was they they came back into power. You had the Knights Templar, and then you had the Borgia family. Okay, you had the Borgia family. All right, the time of Da Vinci, the Renaissance era. And that's when they came and what did they do? They started deceiving the whole world again, deceiving the whole world. So, but that's what they do. That's what they're created to do. Revelation. Let me see here. So we have to skip down to Revelation chapter 20, verse 7. And when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison. Okay, he's not talking about, the spiritual demon Satan. Okay, this is talking about the Edomites. All right, because Satan is in order. He goes back, there's a lot of this, nonsense out there that, Satan, caused a rebellion and he fought against the Most High and took a third of the angels, with him, No, they're the fallen angels. No, the fallen angels are the 144,000. Okay, and they're walking the earth right now. All right, they are the 144,000. That's the fallen angels. Satan is not rebelling against the Most High at all, because the Most High is his father, Yahweh. All right, Satan is the son of the Lord, but on the left-hand side, his name is Shaitan. All right, and he, is the highest angel, but on the left-hand side. But also, he's a son of Yahweh, but on the left-hand side. That's what you gotta understand. And he goes to the earth and back to Yahweh every day. Satan is not doing whatever he wants down here. He's doing what Yahweh's telling him to do. Yahweh controls both sides. And those are facts. Satan wasn't kicked out of heaven. And all this bullcrap that's going on around here. All right, Satan goes back to the spiritual realm every single day. He goes back and forth from the planet Earth to the spiritual realm, because he has to report to Yahweh. That's what the angels do. but he's an evil angel on the left hand side. But not only that, he's the son of Yahweh, but on the left hand side. So you gotta understand. Revelation, and you notice how we skipped right there. We had to skip, Revelation chapter 20, verse Revelation chapter 20, verse 4, 5, and 6, because going from Revelation chapter 20, verse 3, it's going into how the Edomites were in those caves. All right, but the very next verse, all right, skips up what, almost, what is that? So that's they're in those caves, right? They're in those caves. What, let's just say 500 AD. Okay, now we're in 2025. It's almost what? It's more than 500 years. Okay, from there to now. No, my bad. Let me see. 500 AD. We're in what, 2000? So what is that? That's 1500. Okay, that's 1500 years. 1500 years. Look at that. Okay, that's a long time. So yeah, that's 1500 years. So from Revelation chapter 20, verse 3, and then talks about, right there that how Yahushai and his people, the Israelites, we pushed the Edomites into those caves. Right? That's remember 4, what was that, 4, look at that date again, 476 AD, right? But the next verse, Revelation chapter 20, verse 4, goes into how John saw people going in those, how John the Revelator saw people going in those guillotines when Esau rolls with his New World Order, and he's gonna put people in concentration camps. All right, so yeah, this Bible, you can't just read it like a novel from beginning to end. It's like a time machine. The very next verse, okay, the very next verse skips 1500 years. Okay, 1500 years, because the very next verse goes into the guillotines, which is coming up right now. All right, which is very soon. They can start putting people in guillotines next year. Okay, we're that close. We're that close. We're that close, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, it's we're literally that close to where we're about to have martial law, civil war. Oh yeah, all right, because the spaceships are showing themselves. Okay, the Israelites are waking up throughout the four corners of the earth. The prophets out there. Okay, the fact itself that the prophets are out there prophesying is an evident token that we are at the Edomites' end. Okay, because it's spoken about. All right, remember, this gospel should be preached to the ends of the world, and then the end shall come. So, not this, not the Christians, not the Jehovah's Witnesses, this truth, the truth of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, the real truth of the Bible. See that? This is why Esau pays people to sell out. Okay, he pays people to lie to them. He pays churches to withhold information. Okay, because in these churches around the world, how many of you guys ever heard them teaching, and instead of calling them Jesus Christ, call the Lord, what it's supposed to be, Yahushai? Don't worry, I'll wait. Because Esau has infiltrated with his agents all these religions and churches around the world. He controls everything, but he don't control the prophets. That's why he's coming down hard on the prophets, because he has his whole world in his hands except the prophets. The prophets, literally tell the elites to suck it, straight up. We don't give a damn what they say about us. We tell them straight up. We could give a damn. We ain't bowing down to these retards. You kidding me? They're a bunch of queers. Let me find out you're afraid of a fucking wizard. So this is why we had to skip down to the 7th verse, because this Bible it's very, to really understand it, the spirit has to really be on you. You really have to be, you got to be taught by the correct teachers, and then also you got to be part of that elect. You have to be given faith from up on high. All right, so let's continue on. Revelation chapter 20 and verse 8. And shall go out to deceive the nations. Oh, let's go to the 7th verse. Let's get nice and let's just get that again from the top. Revelation chapter 20 verse 7. And when the 1,000 years are expired, because they came back, the Edomites, into power, late 1300s, 1400 AD, during the Renaissance era. That's why it's called rebirth. Because the same Edomites, they weren't all killed and done away with. They were just pushed into the Caucasus Mountains. All right, but they came back. All right, out of that time era, and they came back out of those mountains, late 1300s, 1400 AD. All right, and when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison. Talking about the Edomites, okay, not talking about the spiritual demon, the left-hand angel on the left-hand side. This is Satan's counterpart, the Edomites. All right, verse 20. And what happened as soon as they were in Renaissance? Okay, 1400s, 1500s. What did they start doing right away? Okay, we're gonna get it. Is that the scriptures taught? Revelation chapter 20 verse 8. And shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four corners of the earth. So who deceived the nations around the world? Esau, the so-called white man. He crossed out the Lord. All right, because the Lord looks like a so-called black man. He crossed him out and put Caesar Borgia up there, a so-called white man. See that? And crossed out the images of the prophets. Crossed out the truth, and started lying, and then taking over countries and resources by military with the sword. Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. All right, so this is what you have to understand. As soon as these devils, came out of those caves, they didn't waste no time, No, they started doing it right away, because you would think they would come out and be like, oh, all right, hey, let's behave ourselves, kind of like somebody, like getting out of prison, because they're kind of shocked, they're like, damn, I gotta behave, I don't want to go back in there no more. Hell no. The Edomites, as soon as they came out, they got right to it. Why? Because they are the wicked. This is why they're doing baby sacrifices, organ harvesting, because this is who they are. Okay, they didn't waste no time, like your average person out here, when they go to jail, shit, they get all, spooked up, they kind of get like an eye opener, like, damn, I don't want to go to jail no more. So, they start, they're like, damn, man, I'm not gonna be doing, whatever I was doing, So they, they change up their life a little bit. Some people keep messing up, but the majority of people are like, nah, man, I'm gonna just try not to, do that again. That way I don't have to go to prison no more, because that was a bad experience. What did the Edomites start doing, They're in those caves for 1,000 years, You think they would be like, oh, hey, let's do good, so that way we don't piss off the Lord and He pushes us back in those caves. Hell no. As soon as they came out, they got right to it. Why? Because they are the wicked. You have to understand that. They are the wicked. They are the wicked, ladies and gentlemen. So this is why they wasted no time. No time. No time. Bear with me. Let me see something here. Revelation chapter 20 and verse 9. And they went up on the breath on the earth, and compassed the camp of the saints about, and the beloved city, and fire came down from the Most High out of heaven and devoured them. All right. Revelation chapter 20 verse 10. And the devil, okay, these Edomites that deceived them, was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone. So it doesn't mean that, this is hell beneath the ground. Okay, because heaven and hell are conditions played out on the planet Earth. Heaven is rulership, power, dominion. Okay, hell is captivity, slavery. Right now we're in hell, the Israelites. Okay? Because this is where all the pain and suffering takes place. Here on the planet Earth. So that lake of fire is talking about because the Lord's coming in those spaceships that you guys already seen. Remember that incident over there in New Jersey? All right, the drones belong to these militaries. All right, and then those orbs that were over New Jersey that were taking down those drones, those were the angels and the so-called UFOs, the chariots of Israel, because the Lord and the angels ride in those ships, and those are facts, baby. Remember, the Lord and the angels are going to be in World War III. It's not just the U.S. and Russia and NATO, North Korea. No, the Lord's going to be in it too. You gotta know this. That's why a lot of the truth's coming out. You know, the Pentagon, they're like, damn, we gotta come clean. You know, we gotta start talking about the UFOs because the sightings are so frequent. You know, and then the angels are starting to put you guys down. You know, so it's not like they're just showing up now. That these militaries, already shot a lot at the angels. So now, it's time for retaliation. And the angels are dropping you clowns. And it's about to hype up a lot more. A lot more. This is something you have to understand. So that lake of fire and brimstone is because whoever's left down here, all right, the Lord's gonna have these nations shoot off their ICBMs, and that's gonna be the lake of fire when these nuclear missiles are hit each other, because a lot of nations are gonna aim their ICBMs with nuclear warheads over here in America, Babylon. But America's not just gonna take it. Shit, you kidding me? They're gonna fire their missiles over there too. So what's the conclusion of that? There's no winner. The Israelites. But between the militaries, there's no winner. They're just going to cancel out each other. Because if everyone just nukes each other, what's going to be left? See that? So that's why the Lord is going to take the righteous, take them up into those ships in that tractor beam, get them out of here, get them out of the atmosphere. And then the Lord's going to have these nations just nuke each other, And then whoever's, because these nukes are not going to hit every part of the dry land on the earth. There are only certain continents. America is guaranteed, and Israel is guaranteed. And there's other spots that the Lord has, predestinated, so to speak. The Lord has plans for, and so whoever remains, like these elites, because the elites of these international bankers, they're gonna survive, because they're down there in these underground cities, but they're gonna be hunted down by Yahushai. Yahweh's gonna send Yahushai. With the angels and the 144,000, and they're gonna go get them, and put physical chains on them, beat them up a little bit, and then put them to work. Their first job is going to be burying the dead. All right, because remember, these elites, they finance both sides of the wars. So since they're causing all this chaos and all that, it's only right that they clean it up, right? So after that, after they bury the dead, they're gonna have to. If you see all these freeways, all this asphalt and concrete and sidewalks, they have to break it all up. They have to pick it all up, because this concrete and asphalt is hazardous to the planet Earth. Very hazardous. The Earth can't breathe. That stuff is poisonous. Asphalt, it's terrible. If you ever seen asphalt when it's poured fresh, it's terrible, with oils, and it's freaking poison, man. It's terrible, this stuff. This concrete has pork in it. It's horrible stuff. So the Lord is going to have the heathen Edomites pick up all this concrete and asphalt around the world. Okay, lucky for you heathens and Edomites that America and Israel is going to be clean by the missiles. So you don't have to worry about these two spots. But everywhere else, Japan, China, Europe, Africa, wherever they got freeways and streets of asphalt, bridges, you guys got to pick all that up. And remember, there's not going to be no power tools, no Milwaukee, no DeWalt. It's all going to be old school, sledgehammer, pick and shovel, baby. And you're not going to have unions to fight on your behalf, Nah, it's going to be one of the hardest slaveries known in history, known in mankind. Okay, because you're going underneath slavery underneath immortals, because the Israelites are going to be immortal. They don't even have to sleep. Remember that. So you're going to have the hardest slavery ever. What you guys did to us in slavery is going to look like child's play compared to what we do to you guys. We're talking beyond bad, because when we were underneath, we're picking cotton and all that, you at least, you Edomites, you guys got tired. You guys had to eat. You guys had to sleep. Not the Israelites, because they're gonna be superhuman, extraterrestrial on the earth. Right. Revelation chapter 20 verse 10. And the devil that deceived them, okay, the Edomites, was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone. So they're not going anywhere. They're about to be melted. Where the beast, okay, and the false prophet are. See that? So the false prophet is the Vatican. The beast is NATO, the EU, and America, the leaders, okay? All right, that's the beast system. The false prophet is the Vatican. All right, it's the Vatican. Because remember, these elites control the whole world by three parties. London, your financial, because your money, your dinero. All right, that's where the international, that's where the banks are, the international banks. The Vatican, because they control you spiritually. Because the Armenians, the Chinese, the Latinos, the black community group, even the white folks, they all worship Jesus Christ. Okay, they all worship, Jesus Christ, and that's they gave us, a false name of our Lord. Okay, our Lord's name is Yahweh. But if you go into those churches, they're all calling on Jesus Christ. I hate to even say that name, but I'm just doing it for edification's sake. You guys. All right. So they're all calling on they're calling our Lord Jesus Christ, and they all have a so-called white Messiah, who is Caesar Borgia on that cross on these churches and their houses. A Jesus piece around their neck. See. Because not everybody worships them. Because you got Muslims out here, atheists, but what's the majority of the world worshiping? Jesus Christ. Okay, so that Vatican, they got the whole world by the balls. Okay, remember, not everybody, but there's everybody on every continent. There's somebody on every continent that's worshiping that character, Jesus Christ. Okay, and that's our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shai. But they crossed them out. They're in the Renaissance era. See that? And then also, lastly, so they control this world by three parties: London, the finance; the Vatican, your spirit; and then lastly, the military, Washington D.C. Because if somebody has a problem with these elites, they just call Washington D.C. and they go handle it. They don't like certain leaders. They send in an economic hitman, CIA, MI6. Do a psychological psyops. Take out their presidents, and then set up their own puppet politicians who are paid. That's why all these countries are poor, because they steal their resources. They kill their presidents that really trying to help their people, because these elites don't like that. All right, and then they overthrow them, and then they set up their puppet politicians who are down for just the money. So that's why, like, the politicians, they're all rich and stuff, living lavishly, and the people of the country are all poor, like Brazil and all that. It's a very poor country. There, how much crime there is in Brazil. That country, Venezuela, all that, Chile, that's all rich with resources. It's so green down there. There should be no reason why there's people starving down there and poor. But why is it like that? And even in Mexico. But because you have crooked politicians. Because it's that bad down there. Why? Because the pinche gringo messed it all up. All right. Fact, it's because of this system that they set up is why our people are suffering. Why do you have to have credit to have a house? We never had that before. What the hell is credit? And plus, even right now, you can't buy anything without a good credit score. These Edomites are hypocrites. They're over here giving you a FICO credit score, but yet they're over $30 trillion in debt, you know, and they still want you to have good credit. Look at these fuckers, you know. You're telling me this is not a hypocritical nation? You know how much money these fuckers owe in America? They're over $30 trillion in debt, you know. Facts. And they still want to give you a credit score and say that you're messed up. See how it is? I mean, you may owe what? Okay, let's say like you're like $20,000 in debt. You know, they're gonna point fingers at you and say, "Oh, look at that. You know, he owes money." Shit, that's nothing. You devils fucking owe. Excuse my Italian. You devils owe over $30 trillion in debt, and you're looking at us like, "Oh, we're messed up. Look at you guys." See, this is why you devils are going to slavery. You know, because you can lie and point fingers all you want, but the Creator, His eyes are on you, Scott. You know, you're in big trouble because you can blame the Israelites all you want. We don't give a shit. The angels are here and the Lord's on his way. You know, facts. So the Israelites will be redeemed by the Redeemer Himself, the Holy One of Israel, Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. That's it. Okay, the Lord is coming back to save His elect, but to also overthrow our enemies. All right, so that's pretty much it right there. You know, on the how Esau he came back to power after 1,000 years. Okay, and remember, this was the Dark Ages when Esau was in those caves from 400 A.D. to 1400 A.D. You know, we ruled in Europe, Russia, all right, all those lands over there. Okay, out there in the UK and all that, we ruled all that. That was all us. That was all Jake. You know, that's those are facts right there. You guys, oh, remember the Spartans? Okay, remember the Spartans? That was us. That was Israelites. That the Spartans were real. Okay, the Spartans were real, but those they weren't Edomites. The Greeks were Edomites. Okay, from Alexander to his four generals. Then you had Antiochus Epiphanes. Ptolemies. All right, so yeah, those are Edomites. But the Spartans, those were us. Okay, that's real, you guys. See that the Spartans, that was us. The Vikings, that was us. Just so you know. All right, just that's why it's important to know your history. Because you really get to see that we really are a people of we really are a great people. We have a beautiful and wonderful history. It's not just so much we're the Lord's people, and no, I mean we have a beautiful history. We have some really cool forefathers who did some miraculous stuff. So that's why it's good to know the history, because then you can be more grounded in this thing. Not just, oh, you know what, I heard that this and that. Because once you actually learn for yourself, then you're more rooted yourself, because it's not like you just heard something. You heard it down the grapevine. You studied yourself, so no one can shake you out of your faith, because you're locked in. You have deep roots, so you're not going anywhere. Although it may get windy outside, although you may go through financial problems with your spouse, whatever, you're not going nowhere, because your faith is dug deep with the Lord. You have good roots, because you learned about the Lord. You learned about your heritage, our nationality, that we're Hebrew Israelites. You know the Lord's name now, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. See that? The Father's name is Yahweh and the Son's name is Yahweh Shai. All right? And so that's going to help you. It's kind of like, it's kind of like this. It's kind of like, let's say like you're a Miami Dolphin fan. All right? If people talk shit and say, oh, the Dolphins suck, you're going to be like, well, whatever, that's my team, because I like this, I like the coach, this is where I live, so, I represent Miami, what up, nigga, you're going to be like, yeah, that's my team, so what, kiss my ass, because, you're going to be down with that team. Same thing with the Lord, okay? You can't just, I heard about the Lord. No, you gotta know about it, baby. You gotta know what's going on. See? That way, you're a full fan of the Lord. That way people say something or whatever, you're like, hey, I'm not going anywhere, you know? Because a real football fan, they're gonna stay loyal. They're gonna stay loyal to that team. Like let's say if that team, loses or whatever, they like that team. That's gonna be their team because they're gonna be a diehard fan. And that's what you guys gotta be, a diehard fan, but of the Lord. Okay, that way if someone says, oh, whatever, why are you reading the Bible? Oh, great, you're a Bible fanatic and all that. You say, kiss my ass. You look at them like, fuck you. I don't give a fuck. You're working with feds. Nigga, fuck you. Straight up. Excuse my Italian, because you have to be like that. Like if they say, hey, you suck. It's like, you know what? You suck. La tuya, right back at you. Because you're going to be a diehard fan, but in the Lord. Don't give a shit what these people say. Remember, the majority of these people that you see out here are about to die. And that's facts. Okay, the Lord is coming with ICBMs, lasers, plagues, famine. It's about to be, action packed out here. So you have to be thoroughly convinced in your mind. It's not just, oh, that way you could just, now I could just talk crap to people. No, it's just that. So when people, make fun of you, because you're gonna be a target. If you really worship Yahweh Shai Shai, you're gonna be a target. Why? Because you know what the truth is. And why is that a problem that you know the truth? Because this kingdom is built on lies, witchcraft, and sorcery. And that is for reals, that's for reals. All right, we're not just, remember, we're not over here just trying to gain your favor and say, oh, they're evil and we're the good guys. Remember, okay, this place was built on lies, rape, robbery, and murder. Okay, it's ruled by witches and warlocks. Straight up and down. And that's why you want to be fully grounded in this thing. That way, no matter whatever tribulations and obstacles you face, let's say you have some slip-ups. We all do. You're going to get right back up because you believe in the Lord. You're like, I'm a fan of the Lord. I don't give a damn, I may fall. People may make fun of me, whatever. But so what? I believe in the Lord, to my last breath. That's the type of mentality you got to have. If if the government threatens you, say, well, we're going to take your children from you. So be it. We'll see them later, and the Lord's going to protect them as well. All right. The Lord, remember, the Lord has power to bring let's say they put your children to death in front of you. The Lord can bring them back to life, but we know that, we're going to see them again in the kingdom. So you have to be ready to go that far. That way, if Esau tries to come at you with whatever, if he tries to take your life, your family's life, separate you from your family, even take you to a black site, a concentration camp, you got to be ready for all that. That way, whatever Esau throws at you, like, well, we're going to do this. I'm going to fucking go for it. Gumby, go for it. See? Because, if the believers of the Lord, because you are being framed right now, by the way, you're being set up. A lot of you guys are being framed. This is men and women. Okay, they're gonna come down hard on you guys, especially those of you that really believe in Yahweh Bashim Shai. Yahweh Bashim Shai. Salakia. You're gonna be you're a major target to this world, because this world, the majority of people here, they're down for Esau, and that's just the way it is, And shit, there's only a couple words to say about that. Fuck them, fuck them, fuck them, straight up and down. It's just like that. It's just like that, because the Lord said, "Let the dead bury the dead." Those that are not with the Lord are against Him, because it ain't no, oh yeah, you guys are worshiping Yahweh Shai now. Oh, okay, that's cool. No, remember, if you worship Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, you are a complete enemy of this world. The Lord says, if any man love this world, the love of the Father is not in him. See that? Because right now, this world, who's ruling it? Satan. Okay, this is the wicked's kingdom right now. But they're on their way out. But who's still running it right now? It's the Edomites. Who controls the Edomites? Satan. All right. So this is what you have to understand: that the majority of the world, they do not like the Lord, the God of the Bible, and these are facts. But that's all right, because the Lord does not like them. So that's it on today's lesson. Lord willing, you guys were faith boosted, and you guys are learning, because that's the main thing. You got to eat this. Eat this word. Digest it. You got to learn it, not just, oh, hey, that's a cool lesson. No, take it in. Because the more you know, the better you're gonna be when shit hits the fan, so to speak. Okay, because these real perilous times are coming. And no money, nothing. Okay, it doesn't matter if you got connections and all that. That don't fucking matter. The Lord and the angels are coming. Like these elites, they run all these militaries. They even tell the Pentagon what to do. They're in these underground cities. That don't matter. The angels and the Lord are gonna go get their bitch asses. Facts. So if they can't escape from the Lord, these elites who are trillionaires, what the hell are you guys gonna do? Out here talking trash. It's through. It's over. This is what you gotta understand. This is why the Lord says, don't worry about the wicked. I got them. I got them. The Lord saying, I got them. Don't worry about them. Just focus on yourself. Learn, soak up this knowledge as much as you can, like a sponge, because the more you know, the more settled you're gonna be, the more grounded in the faith you're gonna be, the more deeper roots you're gonna have. Okay, the more stronger foundation you're gonna have. So with that, that's it on today's lesson. Stay prayed up, pray. Stay patient, keep the faith on your feet, soldier. Shalom.